Hi, and welcome to Turra & Company, the mother-daughter podcast about everything. Our mission is to make herstory, aka history, not by going viral, but by doing something that has never been done before in our family. Whether we have 2 listeners or 2 million listeners, we are bringing you our very best, and hopefully we are learning and growing together in the process. Now let's enter into the Turra & Company experience and create herstory, aka history together. Welcome to Turra & Company.
Woo, yay.
We are trying to figure out what's happening right now.
We are
putting your hands in my face.
Because I was trying to show you my nails, but you weren't paying attention. So we're back with another banger. I think that's gonna be my new. Y'all don't like it?
That's your new opening. Back with another.
We're back with another banger.
It's not that
I think it's a banger.
Yeah.
These be bangers.
And I know bangers. And I know bangers. And I know bangers. This is not a banger. And I know bangers. But this is a banger.
Yeah,
This
is.
all of our episodes are bangers. I'm telling y'all, 2024 just started. What, we've done 4 episodes in 2024? The numbers are talking. I'm watching them, and the people is speaking. The people are speaking. They listen.
I mean, they're not speaking to us because our DMs are empty.
And that's fine. That's okay. I'm telling you, because sometimes I read people comments, I'll be like, "Ooh, what would I feel like if I got that?" You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I think, like I told y'all before, we are being covered by the Lord. We ain't ready for comments yet. So, how y'all doing? We are back with another banger. It's a vibe. I'm trying to talk young, y'all, and it ain't working.
No, I'm not saying it. No, I mean, it's not that it's not working. It's just like, it's not working.
Oh.
But you know what it feels like a little bit? I can't remember what show this was, but there's like this gif of this guy. And he's like an old person, like trying to infiltrate like a school. And he's like, yeah, I'm hip. I'm cool. I got my skateboard. Like that is what it feels like. But
what are we talking about today?
Yeah.
We're talking about red flags and green flags. Basically, we're talking about what do you think are your red flags and what do you consider to be a green flag? Right?
Yeah.
You want to know what I think? I'm gonna start this off.
That's fine.
Go. You want to know what I think a red flag of me is?
For you?
For me? Or no, that I have is. I'm saying a red flag.
A red flag to you, right?
No, the one that she has herself.
This is my red flag. Like, as a person, like me.
Okay.
This is my red
you starting
flag.
it off hot. Go on. You coming in hot. Go ahead.
I think I'm too much of a people pleaser, and I let that alter my judgment.
But on the people pleaser show 2 years ago, you said you weren't a people pleaser.
I mean, but no, I said I was a people pleaser in certain aspects.
Oh, okay. Okay, my bad. I have to go back and listen to that show.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you guys updates on the next episode if it wasn't true. No, what you saying?
I feel like because of how much of a people pleaser I can be sometimes, I feel like I let it like cloud my judgment of people.
I could agree to that.
I wasn't really asking for
But why is that a red flag though? Why is
because I put my trust in a lot of people.
So I don't think that would be a red flag. I think that's a what do you call it, Ariel? What's that word I couldn't think of the other day? And I called you in and I said, Ariel, and it was like we were playing a bad game of charades or pyramid, and I was like, what is it when you and you were like, and I say it's like your downfalls, and then you said, you can't remember?
I can't remember because I'm trying to remember the context of the conversation.
You gave me the words and you were like, yeah, because I was like, I was calling it downfalls.
Oh, your limitations.
Yeah. See, I don't think that that's a red flag, Chelsea. I think that's a limitation that you need to probably work on and get up.
I do think that is I think it's both. Honestly, I think it's both a limitation and in this case, a red flag.
But why would it be a red flag to you? So if you were her friend, why would that be a red flag?
Because that tells me that you are going to put yourself, not necessarily in harmful situations, but you're going to put yourself in situations that allow you to get taken advantage of.
And see, to me, I see that as a green flag. Because if
you want me to get taken advantage of?
No, that's what I was about to say. It's a green flag to me because if I met you and saw that, I would take that as, oh my God, and I would know how to treat that. And I would handle it with care. So it would be a green flag that I would want to keep going forward.
Yeah, but you're still focusing on it as a not positive. The whole point of red flags and green flags is that they're negatives.
Right. Well, green flags are not negative.
Yeah, they're not negative.
And that's why I said it was a green flag to
right,
me.
But if it's something that you feel like you need to handle with care and need to fix, that makes sense.
I didn't say fix.
Or handle with care.
No. Because I want to handle it with care so I don't take advantage of that portion of her. You see what I'm saying? So listen to the words. Because I told you this was a banger. We starting off hot. If I were to meet somebody with what Chelsi just said, she says she's so much of a people pleaser that what? You put people in the wrong friend basket, right?
I put too much trust in people.
You put too much trust in people. Right. So if I met you and we were vibing, say I met you and everything, we going out to dinner and we kicking it, we giggling on the phone, we matching up. In my mind, if I saw you, I would see that and I would be like, okay, I can see that in her, and I would handle that with care, and I would keep going. To me, that's not I'm not going to stop saying it. That's not a red flag. To me, that's a green flag. Now, what the red flag with that particular part of your personality, what you should be making sure of is your red flag meter goes off and you make sure you meeting integral people. Because if they're anybody with integrity, they're going to handle that part of you with care. But if they're unintegral, red flag, then they're going to take advantage of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, to me, I'm just talking for you, that's not a red flag. That's a green flag. The red flag that with that personality, the red flag that you need to be looking out for is people that don't have integrity or people who are users. Because people who are users would use that, they would take advantage of you with that. You see how that goes?
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, what is a red flag that is a red flag?
All they want to do is gossip. I think if all you want to do is gossip.
Messy people?
Yeah, because, let me narrow this down a little bit. Yeah. If you're telling me everyone else's stuff, because then I think that's going to make me think, okay, then you're telling everyone else my stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anybody, listen, the saying is, a dog that'll carry a bone will take a bone. So if the dog carried the bone to you, they taking your bone to somebody else. Mm-hmm. So that's history. What else? What other red flags? Like, what are red flags to you in dating? Even though you haven't really dated, but what do you think? Because you can still have thoughts about this. A guy who lies? If you met a guy today, just think about it. Because you can have red flags without having the experience, I think.
I mean, she is kind of like out in the dating world.
Yeah. So if you met a guy today and you caught him in a lie, say you caught him in a lie, what's going to happen?
I just stopped talking to him.
But is that a red flag for you?
Yeah.
Yes. You don't got no other ones?
No.
Well, let's get to my list because I got a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I think I do. You probably got a lot too.
Well, are we talking about red flags that we personally have, or are we talking about red flags? We were
talking about red flags that we spot in other people.
Right. That's what I'm trying to, because those are to me are two different things. So that's what I'm wondering.
But Chelsi just took another spin on it when she gave her red flag.
Okay.
That's not what I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
Because I don't have any red flags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, red flags for me. They very, very simple. Lying. Baby, if you're a liar, don't even be in my presence. Manipulation. Not into that. Meanness. I don't like mean people. Like, you know how sometimes people are, how can I explain this? They're friendly mean or mean kidders.
Yeah, like jokingly mean, but they're like.
Well, not even that. So you might meet up on a new person. Because I think when red flags and green flags come into play is when you're meeting somebody new. That's my thoughts. Because somebody that you already know, you already done been through the little red flag, green flag process. But when think about it, when you're first meeting somebody, that's when you're kind of like trying to figure out who they are, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're trying to figure out, as you're trying to figure out who they are, stuff is popping up. Red flag, green flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, when I meet a new person, if you tell a lie and I catch you in it, that's a red flag. If you are being manipulative, red flag. So that's how I determine and get my red flags. So I don't like liars. I don't like manipulators. I think we've been talking about this a lot this year. I'm just not into that. And I'm like Chelsi, I'm not into the gossipers and the mean girls. But when I say mean girls, I mean like we could be kicking it. We could be doing good. And you see somebody and you feel like you got to say something mean about somebody else. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I'm not down with that. Now, don't get me wrong. I've said crazy stuff before. I do it. But what I only like to say mean stuff about people who have done me wrong. Mm-hmm. So if you've ever done me wrong, I'm probably going to say some mean stuff about you just because you did me wrong. But just a person just that I really don't know, I ain't even really had no beef with nobody. I'm just not going to sit around and be saying mean stuff about you. And I just don't like that. Don't just be sitting around saying mean stuff. That's a mean girl to me, right? Literally, that's what they was doing in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Doing mean stuff just because they felt like they were lower than them. So I don't like the mean girls. That's a red flag to me. I don't have green flags. I mean, as long as you're friendly and we kick it, I like for people to treat me with respect. That's a green flag. So when I meet you and you don't even really know nothing about me, but you want to handle me with care and treat me with respect, that's such a green flag for me. That makes me go further into the relationship. That makes me keep going, keep trucking, because I'm like, oh, they treat me with respect. They don't even know who I am. They haven't even really delved into who my personality is, but they still giving me the benefit of the doubt. They still being cordial to me or even friendly, like, Turra, let's go hang out and let's do this and let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Those are green flags for me. I love those kind of people. So those are my red and green flags. If you're a liar, if you're a manipulator, just keep walking past me because I don't do them.
I mean, no one's going to admit to being a liar or a manipulator.
Right. But
yeah, if
you know you lie and you lie to me,
no one's going to admit to that to you. I mean, they're probably going to still try to be around you, but yeah.
You think so? So you think people who lie don't think they're liars?
No, they don't think their lying is bad. That's the problem.
See, I'm not a liar, so I don't know what liars think.
Somebody who's like been around enough, they don't see a problem with it because they think that they think, oh, I'm so good at it, I'll never get away with it. They'll never know.
They'll get away with it.
Or they'll never get caught.
Yeah, they think they'll never get caught. Someone who really truly is like a liar or a manipulator, mm-hmm. they're going to be around as many people as they possibly can because they almost enjoy like lying and manipulating people.
Right.
Because they think to themselves like, oh, I'm going to get away with it. It doesn't matter because I'm the exception.
Yeah, because I'm so good at it, like you said.
Like they're still going to try to be around you. They're never going to admit to being a liar. They're not going to admit to being.
So liars don't admit to being liars.
No, they're not. No, they don't.
Makes a little bit of sense. No, that makes good sense. But I'm just saying, I've been around people who lie, and I don't think that they know that they are liars. Because I think I asked this question before. If you tell a lie, does that make you a liar? Like, what constitutes a liar?
Somebody who
told 10 lies or more.
Somebody who will.
You're trying to put a number on it.
Right.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how do you know. That's probably why people don't know they liars because they don't know what the status quo is to be a liar.
Right. To me, a liar is somebody who they will lie in any situation, no matter what. Like,
right. And even if just for S's and G's, they lying.
Right. And they'll do it to like make themselves not look like the bad guy.
Yeah. Because
no one's going to lie to make themselves look bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Like to me, someone
sense.
who's not a liar is somebody who will put themselves in like who will tell you the truth, whether it's not like, even if it's something bad about themselves.
So it's not 10 lies or more.
No.
Okay.
It's not necessarily the quantity of lies. It's the quality of the lies.
So 10 or less people, I was thinking people was out here thinking 10 or less lies, they not liars, but 10 or more, you hitting the liar meter.
No, it's just like the situation of when will you lie? Not the how many.
So listen, if you lie at every situation, you're a liar to me, just walk past me. I just had to put that out there because somebody wants to be my new friend. Go ahead, Ariel. What do you say? What are your red flags and green flags, if any?
I don't really think about my red flags very often. But
Not yours.
No, I mean,
you don't think about other people's red flags?
See, that's where I keep getting confused in this conversation.
Yeah, Chelsi done got you all messed up. She just gave her red flag, but that's not what we're talking about.
No, but I do think you can think about it this way, but
Okay.
it's not even that I don't think about my red flags. It's that I don't really think about other people's red flags too. I just know it when I see it. Like, it's hard for me to say list off what my red flags in other people are. It's just I know it when I see it. But one of the ones that I would see when back in the olden days when I was dating is what kinds of dates people wanted to take me on.
That was a red flag?
No, it depended on not what kind, not the question itself, but if they said, "Oh, we can just hang out at my house," that's a red flag for me.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Not them asking necessarily, but that's where that kind of stuff is.
I got that you were saying the type of date meant where they was trying to take you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those kinds of.
But you asked a question that didn't seem like that.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's why she elaborated a little bit more.
What did I ask?
You said when she said that, she was like them. You tried to make it sound like.
Yeah, it sounded like you said them.
Asking the question in general
is the red flag.
Was the red flag. So
yeah, that's what that's.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I knew that you were saying the place.
Yeah, the place itself is the red flag.
Yeah.
Or another thing that it was a red flag to me is how they talked about themselves, or how they talked about what they wanted and what they were interested in. Because it's very easy to tell the difference between somebody who's actually looking for a relationship and somebody who's not trying to play the waters. Because back before, when I was single, I wasn't really wanting anything super serious, but I knew that I didn't want to I didn't want to get looped into hookup culture. That wasn't something that I was interested in doing. I just wanted to get to know somebody and see if that was an avenue for a relationship, because I didn't want to go into it thinking oh, I'm going to be in a relationship with this person that I'm talking to. I wanted to get to know them first. Mm-hmm. And if somebody didn't want to get to know me first, that was a red flag for me. Okay. Which is interesting. A green flag for me is you telling me that you keep busy. You don't sit around very often. You don't sit idle very often. Or that you're going to hang out with your friends, you have hobbies, you have a career that you're interested in, or that you have, you're going to school. That stuff to me was a green flag. When it comes to just making friends and stuff like that, sure, I have red flags and stuff like that, but I don't really think about that kind of stuff. I don't think about I wouldn't know it unless it came to me, because I haven't had I haven't had a lot of situations where I knew somebody was going to be a bad friend before they were a bad friend. When I first met, when I met the friends that I've had in my life, there was never a situation where I was I think I should stay away from that person necessarily. It was more things would happen and then I would be now I have to stay away from you.
So do you think that might have been why some of those friendships broke down, because you weren't really looking for red flags? If you think back in retrospect.
Thinking back in retrospect, the things that there's only really been one situation where a friendship ended badly. Mm-hmm. Every other time a friendship, I wouldn't even say other friendships really ended. It's just we kind of just grew apart.
Drifted off.
Yeah, drifted off and didn't talk. Because that's usually what happens with me with friends. Usually we just stop talking, just not for any particular reason other than we get busy, life happens, someone moves away, stuff like that.
But this is the thing. Red flags don't just come. Red flags come from situations you've been in, right?
Yeah.
So the red flags that I have come from situations that I've been in my past, right?
Yeah.
So for me, when I was in a friendship or a relationship that went bad, I always would evaluate what was going on. Oh, that person was a liar. So red flag. Now, if somebody lies to me, they're taking me down that route where that person took me.
Right. And like I said, I've only really been in one situation where
Right. So I would think that one that went bad would have gave you some red flags.
Well, that's the thing. The way it happened, it came from out of nowhere. So there were no red flags. There was nothing that
but it still came.
Right. But the thing, there was nothing to me that I could have preemptively saw that would trigger me into thinking that it would have, that it could happen again.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you right there. I'm not saying preemptively see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying since you've been in that.
Yeah.
And that thing happened and you saw how that person handled things. She had some stuff in her tank, right?
Yeah. But I'm telling you.
But listen, I'm not saying for that. I'm saying now that you've been through that, now probably when you meet somebody that has that, whatever she had in her tank, red flag.
I mean, yeah, but here's my thing. There's nothing I personally, when I think about that I can pull that would, if I saw it in another person, I could be like, you're going to take me down a weird road. Mm-hmm. The only thing that I could, because like I said, right, it wasn't something that I feel like I could have foreseen. Mm-hmm. And there weren't any like preemptive signs to it, to the point where if I meet somebody else now, that I could see something in them that will make me think that they would treat me the same way. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I don't think that, I think that was just because it might just be the way I look at things, and I might not just be like aware of that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But to me, if like a friendship breaks down, then it breaks down for whatever reason. I don't think that there's a lot, like you can try to look out for red flags and try to prevent them all you want. But if someone's going to like, whether it's like a friendship or relationship or what have you, if somebody's going to do you dirty, they're going to do you dirty no matter what. There's nothing, like, I don't think that there's any amount of red flags or green flags that you can see in somebody that will prevent that if that's really in somebody.
Well, it doesn't prevent them from doing what they do.
I know, but like,
but it preserves you from going forward.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I think stuff
well,
like that.
That's what the red flags are. They stop you.
I mean, they can if you see them.
That's another thing. Some people see the red flags and just choose not to.
Yeah,
exactly.
And if you don't see the red flags, you're going to proceed.
Or if you ignore the red flags, because I'm thinking Chelsi talking about people see them, but they ignore them.
Yeah, but if you see them and ignore them, yeah. But if you don't see the red flags,
technically, what a red flag is trying to do is saying danger, danger.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to have this show. Because of what Chelsi just brought up. The red flag that you see, but you ignore. The red flag that you're not paying attention to, that you ignore. Because like we just talked about, I'm very aware of what are red flags that somebody can show me that throw me off. That I'm going to put up the flag and say, okay, I saw that in my mind. I'm not going to say it to them. But in my mind, I'm going to say, okay, I saw that. So stuff doesn't catch me off guard because I saw the red flag. And now if you do it again, that's going to be a consequence going to have to come to that action. It's either going to be, let me have a talk with you, or I'm good. I'm over here. Mm-hmm. But technically, seeing red flags, first of all, not knowing what your red flags are or what red flags should be. Let's go this way. Let's do it this way. You meet a guy. You're not with this guy. You meet a guy. Guy comes through and he pretends like he likes to work. He's told you that. But then you get with him and he ain't working like his mouth was talking, right? Mm-hmm. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? Because now you don't want to be with Bum Bum. Right? Yeah. And you have two choices. You can either ignore it and go forward, or you can let it be the red flag that it should be to make you stop and have a conversation so you can decide whether you need to pivot or not.
Yeah. I think my thing is, I know red flags and green flags and stuff like that. They're all based off of vibes. I just don't articulate. I don't know how to.
Not even really vibes. It's what they're showing. It's based off of their actions.
Right.
And you have to tune into people. So get this. When you're dating somebody, when you're becoming friends with somebody, it's not just about give me your hand, we're going to skip down the street and everything is going to be jolly. Mm-hmm. There's along that skip down the road, there's going to be things coming up where you're going to be like, wait a minute, I heard that. Mm-hmm. Now, it's up to you if you're going to really hear it and keep it in your back pocket for next time, or if you're going to hear it and ignore it.
Yeah, and for me,
and that's how people get in really bad relationships, because they see crazy stuff and they ignore it.
Yeah, if there's something that for me I don't jive with, or if I don't like it, I'll remove myself. Like, I won't do not pass go.
What are we in the 70s? You don't jive with it?
Jive, turkey sucker.
Good Lord, talking about how you don't jive with it. Who says that anymore?
Me.
You just said it. No, but do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really want you to get that, because Ariel, that is so important, because people, if you don't get clear about your red flags, you gonna get got every time.
I see what you mean.
Not you specifically, but a person. Let's take it off of you. If people don't tune into red flags, people are going to run over you and get over every time, because they're showing you stuff and you're not paying attention to it. So therefore, boom, boom. I see people in relationships. You got that girlfriend that's telling you this guy did it, and you're like, wait a minute. Now you know, why are y'all together? You thinking, why are y'all together? What's happening? Because they're ignoring the red flags. You saw the red flags because they're telling you these stories, and you're like, that's kind of crazy.
And some people choose.
My boyfriend is on cocaine. What? Why is he your boyfriend?
Because some people
isn't that a red flag?
Well,
would that be
for some people, it's not.
For me, it's a red flag. But yeah,
I think. Wait a minute. Unless you do cocaine, I think that should be a red flag for everybody.
I mean,
because why would you want somebody doing what you don't do?
Well, okay, so
that's that detrimental to your life.
Well, my other thing is this: like, from what I have been told, cocaine is expensive. Why are you spending so much money?
She went financial.
Yes, I did. I certainly did, because because the way I think about it is this, right? Not to get too far onto a tangent, but all of that money that you are spending on the cocaine and going out and doing cocaine activities, you could be spending that on so many other things. Like, that to me, the real red flags are the financial decisions.
Well, we ain't talking about crack where you just ain't living life, but I don't know.
I know, but
they living life because they not sleeping.
Right.
So they can work 3 jobs.
Right.
That was just an example, though. Yeah. That was a very extreme example. But how many people do you know that have boyfriends or mates that are on substances where you be like, and that's your boyfriend?
No, literally, I've had someone in my life tell me, yeah, I'm dating my coke dealer. Yeah, babe. Not something.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag for me.
For both.
For you, that's a red flag, because why are you dating your coke dealer?
And
number 2, for me,
why do you have a coke dealer?
Why am I? This is how I find out that you do coke. Like, that's not really how
so
I wanted
peace out
to be in this situation at all.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's a red flag, and you don't go no further, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't do coke, so I'm not going to hang with somebody that do, because now, guilty by association, you about to take me down the drain. Nah, I'm good. Yeah. So anyway, that's our show today on red flags and green flags. We hope Ariel didn't confuse y'all too much.
It's not that I don't have red flags. It's that I would know it when I see it. And that it's something that I can... I trust,
but you don't have any red flags that you can name right now.
Yeah,
today.
not that I can name, but I know it. But I know it
so
when I see
it. It means you don't have any yet. Maybe you don't have any yet. Can I say it like that?
Because I don't. Well, because
you have some.
Yeah, but I just don't know. I don't know how to articulate them.
Okay.
I go based off of
at the moment.
Yeah, in the moment and what I see from the person. So if I see
the coke dealer.
Yeah, that no.
That's a red flag.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
The guy who is not working.
Hard pass, red flag.
See? You got him.
Actually, well, that's not even not true, because if you're not working but you're going to school, all right, yeah, sure, that's not a red flag to me. That's
Girl.
fine. I'm serious about that.
Because Ariel likes her degrees.
I do. I'm so sorry.
Okay, but what about money? Degrees don't pay bills.
I mean, if you're a graduate student, you usually don't have a job. Like, you are like
at your age.
Yes,
they should be working and getting the grad.
Well, no, you can't. Sometimes, depending on what you're studying,
You're scaring me on this episode because I need you to get some more red flags because somebody's about to roll you over like a roller coaster. Yeah. And if y'all don't know, I got so many. I didn't even voice most of mine on here because everything is a red flag for me. So that's our show for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what your red flags or green flags are in individuals. And if you have some that you can point out in yourself, let us know. We love to hear from you on any of our social medias. That's Instagram, X formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, all of those. Watch us on YouTube. And guess what? We will see you on the next episode.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We look forward to you joining us on the next episode. Until then, be inspired and enlightened.